Looks like we started off with the village and a rune portal. The first thing I'm gonna need to survive the full 100 days is a base where I can farm and sleep. It's a pretty standard Minecraft necessity. I made my way to the village first to get some easy resources. Gotta make sure I always have food on me. I watch a lot of Minecraft speedrunners, and they always do this. Look at this, guys. I'm a Minecraft pro.
Hey guys, I wanted to make a video on this topic because it's really kind of near and dear to my heart. So as my regular audience know, I'm in my last semester of graduate school, and for the program that I'm in, that means it's all about pediatrics. So I'm treating pediatric clients in the clinic, learning theories of clinical care for children with developmental disabilities, working with parents to help create optimal learning environments for their kids. But with all that being said, I want to address a huge enemy to kids, particularly those with developmental disabilities, when it comes to reaching critical developmental milestones. Screens. Yes, I know, I sound like a boomer, but I want to make two things very clear from the get-go. One, I'm not taking a dig at like Mr. Beast, PewDiePie, or any other YouTubers. They make wholesome content, that's fine, they make a living off of it, and that's their right. I'm not here to castigate them. Number two, there's a lot of positives to using computers, tablets, etc. They can be amazing learning tools and great resources for kids when they're used properly. Unfortunately, they very rarely are. People very often just use screens to act as babysitters for their kids, hence the title of this video. Take a look at this. The recommended maximum screen time recommended for kids to use the screens is 2 hours per day. And 87% of kids use screens more than that. Yes, 87%. I'll link this article in the description so you can go read it. I just wanted to show you the title so that you can go take a look yourself. The kids that tend to spend the most time on screens are kids of low-income parents and boys. Unsurprisingly, I think, because if you think of like Minecraft and Fortnite and all that, it's usually little boys that are playing that. But beyond just taking a look at the articles and the studies that are cited in this specific article, we all know that this is true, right? We see it everywhere we go. There's some parent giving a kid a phone or an iPad to shut them up. I see kids for like 3 walking around with a smartphone just like glued to it watching some Minecraft video. So I'm going to illustrate this with a story. Every spring, I volunteer to go work at this program where essentially students in medical fields they get together and they act as buddies for kids with some sort of disability. So my buddy this most recent time, he had autism and significant DCD, developmental coordination disorder. I tried to engage him in like age-appropriate games, but he had a smartphone with him that his mom gave him, and all he wanted to do was watch Mr. Beast videos. This is really what prompted me to make this video. This kid's dad was never around because he traveled a lot for work, and the mom was overwhelmed because she has 2 kids who have autism, and she also works full-time. And so she resorted to just giving her kids iPhones and let them watch YouTube while she takes care of her own stuff. And this really makes me sad. I'm not taking a dig at the mom or anything. This is just a really sad situation. Giving 7, 8, 9-year-old kids totally unsupervised screen time that's not moderated for timing or content, it's so developmentally destructive for kids with disabilities. So I'm just getting started here, by the way. This is something that I know quite a bit about, and it drives me up the wall. So for starters, we'll take a look at this. So the 80 studies that are being talked about in this article had a combined 200,000 subjects, which is an enormous sample size. And by the way, I'll link this article as well so you can go take a look at it. But what they found is that the risk of cancers, multiple types of cancers, colon cancer, breast cancer, uterine cancer, among others, they increased significantly due to the lack of physical activity from video games and excessive time on electronics. But here's where I'm going to get into it just a little deeper than just that obvious bit. Children who spend excessive amount of time on electronics, particularly those with developmental disabilities like autism, ADHD, DCD, they very often struggle to meet important cognitive, social, and physical milestones. What should your kids be doing instead? Normal kid things. Surprise, right? We developed play Like, humans developed play as a way to help kids mature properly. It's built into us. Kids should be playing. So let me give you a really easy example. Hide and go seek. Look at all the skills that you're incorporating that can be applicable to children, let's say just with autism and ADHD, right? So usually those two are associated with impulsivity, problems with social cues and social interactions, sensory integration problems, emotional regulation. So with hide and go seek, you have cognition, so thinking, finding a place to hide, problem solving, sneaking back to the base without being caught, controlling impulsivity, so following all the rules properly, social interactions, so again, rule following, engaging healthy competitiveness, taking turns, emotional regulation. So I guess the emotional regulation may be a different category, but it's still part of impulsivity. But then even within emotional regulation, you have things with like dealing appropriately with winning and losing, or keeping your composure while you're hiding, not laughing when someone's really close to you. And then there's the physical fitness side of it. So gross motor skills from running around, crawling, sneaking back to the base, like whatever it might be. There's a very physical dimension to that game, and it helps a lot with something like developmental coordination disorder, where a kid has got poor coordination, as you would guess from the name. So the physical activity really, really helps with that. But look, I'm not here to criticize YouTubers who cater to kids. I just want to make a point to parents that they should be engaged in the process of keeping their child healthy and active and meeting these developmental milestones. They should be aware of what their kid should be doing at different ages, so that they can make sure that the kid is meeting again, the milestones for someone that age. Don't let Mr. Beast be your babysitter. He's a nice guy. Actually, I share my birthday with him. But your kid needs so much more stimulation beyond just what they can get from a screen. If your kid is part of that 87% who spends more than 2 hours on a screen daily, put your own phone and computer away, because chances are you're using your screen too much as well. Go do something active with your kid. Play a board game, go to the park, play on a swing set. You're doing them a much bigger favor than you think, and it'll carry on through their entire life. And there's a lot of studies that are linking poor mental health to excessive time on social media and using electronics. Get outside in nature for yourself. Go exercise for yourself. Spend time with your kids, and do it away from the TV, the computer, the phone. Leave all the electronics away. It seriously is one of the best things that you can do for yourself and for your kids. You can follow me on Twitter at SeattleIJ. Like, comment down below. I want to hear what your thoughts are on this. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you next time.